Welcome to the Bozeman Company Fieldhouse here on the beautiful campus of Marshfield High School. Battle for first place in the Wisconsin Valley Conference for boys swimming. As Team Aves alongside Jada Hamblin here in Marshfield as the 200 boys 200-yard medley relay, the JV, two Marshfield teams. In lane 4, Zachary Curtis, Clinton Tompkins, Sandra Edmondson, and Garrett Bernardi, is that what they said? All right. We're learning. First boys swim meet of the year. In lane 5, Aiden Berger, Peter Tompkins, Thomas Onen, and Darian Longdo for Marshfield. Again, the DC Everest Evergreens, not very many swimmers on the varsity, but underway here for Marshfield. Again, battle for first place on the varsity side. Marshfield getting a win the other night, and DC Everest with a pair of wins on their young season so far here in 2020. It's going to be a battle for throughout the conference in the Wisconsin Valley, so it's going to be a good matchup here tonight. Again, Everest doesn't have very many swimmers, but they have dominated in the two matchups that they have played, or swam in this year. So it should be a good battle here tonight as the JV boys in their second heat. The boys 200-yard medley relay varsity will take place after this one. So whole slate of games on the Zaleski Sports Network of pages here tonight. It's going to be swimming, got a handful of basketball. Have hockey tonight over in Mosinee. I think they're taking on Tomahawk. So at the beginning of this month, it was started at 20, or the start of this week, excuse me, at 20 games that we had going on this week in Zaleski Sports. So third leg of the JV medley, 200-yard medley relay here. Then they'll take a break about halfway through this event to get everybody rested up and then warmed back up and finish things off. Again, we've got a handful of events. $19 in total, and if it's anything like the girls meets or the girls meet that I did earlier this year, it will be done and over with pretty shortly. But the JV boys finishing up here just now. Darian in lane 5 and finishing up Garrett for Bernardi for the JV boys here in Marshfield. All right, now the varsity for DC Everest. Brennan Neitzel, Ben Hamelbeck, Trayton Rowland, and Nicholas Melnick. Everest in lane 3, Marshfield in lanes 4, 5, and 6. Start with the backstroke here for the first varsity event of the night, event number 2. Boys 200-yard medley relay. They are underway. Backstroke to begin things as the in lane 3, Everest out in front quickly, but Kyle Barris closing in quickly as well. Again, Everest doesn't have a lot of varsity swimmers, but they have dominated in the two events that they've won so far, and Brennan Neitzel is dominating right now for DC Everest. Good enter there by Hamelbeck for DC Everest. Ben Hamelbeck, Miles Jensen, Michael Dick, and Mason Welter in the pool right now And making the turn out in front big time is Ben Hamelbeck. Trayton Rowland getting ready to make the dive for DC Everest. Again, the boys 200-yard medley relay, the first event of the evening. And Everest dominating right now on Marshfield, but a quick by Sander Marty for Marshfield makes a big turn. He has made up a lot of ground, a quick swimmer for Marshfield. Ethan Daggett to enter the pool next for Marshfield. A high jump there for Nicholas Melnick, and this is going to come down to the wire. Did not look like it at the start. But Ethan Daggett has some ground to make up, but it looks like Nicholas Melnick will win the first event. We'll see. Daggett closing in. It's going to be close to the end. And Daggett will fall short by just 1 second here tonight. A good rally there for the last two swimmers for Marshfield. But Nicholas Melnick will take the first win for DC Everest tonight in the 200-yard medley relay here in Marshfield. And the Tiger boys will finish as they started, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And a finish there for the Tigers. Now the boys 200-yard freestyle JV for the Marshfield Tigers. That got close to the end. Buck, Bernardi, and Bernardi.
Lane 5, Carson Bernardi, Marshfield. Lane 6, Garrett Bernardi, Marshfield.
So Buck, Bernardi, and Bernardi for Marshfield. The boys 200-yard freestyle coming up next. And Wesley Buck out in front on event number 3. Good job, Jada. I didn't even tell you. Jada knows what's up. So down and back a handful of times. The big one coming up. Give you the schedule for tonight for Zaleski Sports as well as tomorrow and Saturday. A lot of games coming up. And all concludes with a good matchup on goodness, what am I trying to say? Saturday night, Marshfield boys and Hudson. All right, what do we got here, Jada? Scroll down here. Oh, we got it right here.
Well, the stuff for tomorrow and Saturday is in the first game out.
So later on tonight, starting in about 15 minutes, Pacelli at Tri-County girls basketball. The Pacelli Cardinals girls handed their first loss were handed their first loss on Tuesday against Rochelle. Pacelli and Columbus Catholic boys basketball, Lakeland at Mosinee hockey, and Tomahawk at Mosinee wrestling. Friday, Wausau East at Marshfield girls basketball. That'll be a good matchup. Athens is at Stratford girls basketball. East Merrill is at Marshfield. Jade and I will have that game for you. Tri-County is at Pacelli boys basketball. Rhinelander is at Mosinee girls basketball. Saturday, the end to a long, long week. Lakeland at Marshfield hockey. Jason and Jada will have that one for you. Colby at Columbus Catholic boys basketball, and Hudson is at Marshfield for boys basketball to finish up the week.
Thanks for reading the schedule for me, Steve.
Yeah, you're busy the rest of the week. As Wes Buck finishes up for Marshfield. Bernardi and Bernardi touching the wall next. This is going to be a good matchup here for the 200-yard varsity boys freestyle. Event number 4. Camden Barwick, David Mayer, Miles Jensen, Henry Hibbelink, Hibbelink, yeah, I was right, and Matthew Gronsky for Marshfield. If it's as exciting as it was for the
Up next, the 200-yard freestyle.
for the relay, this is going to be a good matchup.
Barwick, UC Everest.
Camden, a good swimmer in his own right, so this could be where we see if how the Marshfield numbers show.
Lane 6, Matthew Gronsky, Marshfield.
So we will see how the Evergreens do here tonight. Show big time right now. Barwick in the near lane. Barwick, Mayer, Jensen, Hildeblink, and Gronsky. And off to a quick start goes David Mayer. Making the turn, and the Evergreens go 1 and 3 in lane 4, Miles Jensen for Marshfield. So again, the numbers aren't in the favor of DC Everest, but the swimmers that they do have are dominating so far. Making the turn. David Mayer in first place for DC Everest right now. Again, they go 1 and 3. The lone top person for Marshfield right now, Miles Jensen. Miles will finish. We'll see in second. Right now it's David Mayer. Camden Barwick, his teammate, in third. In the boys 200-yard freestyle. And making the turn is David Mayer. So Everest will go 1 and 3. Making the turn for Marshfield will be Miles Jensen. He will finish in second. And they touch the wall at 1:47.12 for the DC Everest Evergreens. Miles Jensen finishes up at 1:47. Right? Yeah, lane 4. He was at 1:54. I think somebody prematurely touched the button because there are still a couple of swimmers left, but now they erase it. So 1:47, 1:54, and 2:07 were the runners or the swimmers for the 1, 2, and 3 spots. 2:24 for Henry, and Matthew Gronsky comes in to finish it up at 2:34.10. So Everest again goes
Nice job, guys.
1 and 3. Marshfield goes 2, 4, and 5. And the boys 200-yard individual medley will be event number 6. Event number 6, back to the varsity side. Melnick, Hamelbeck, Barris, Lonsdale, Bagotka for the Tigers. And should be a good matchup. Everest out to another quick lead on the near two lanes. Again, off to a quick start. Benjamin Hallenbeck, who dominated in the relay. See if Marshfield can pick up some points here if they can get a third-place finish. But right now, the backstroke goes Ben Hallenbeck. Right now for Marshfield, Kyle Barris in second. Quick moving here in Marshfield. The boys' 50-yard freestyle JV will be up next, as Ben Hallenbeck continues to dominate for the DC Everest Evergreens. Again, battle for first place here tonight has been all DC Everest so far, with a couple of big first place finishes. We'll have an opportunity to talk to Coach after the swim meet here at the conclusion of this one. Again, Marshfield with a lot of swimmers. DC Everest, even looking at their roster on the valleystats.org, it is not very many. Few and far between, but they are a very talented varsity swimming team here this year. As the freestyle will go to Benjamin Hallenbeck of DC Everest. Hallenbeck will finish first. Looks like Kyle Barris will get a second place finish, as Hallenbeck lapping Matt Pagoda, and at 2:02.62, a win for Ben Hallenbeck. And coming in second for Marshfield will be Kyle Barris. Third place goes to Nicholas Melnick. And a battle for third place. We'll see if Lonsdale can get there, and he will not. He'll fall short by a second and a half. And Marshfield will again go 2, 4, and 5, with Everest picking up another 1 and 3 finish here in event number 6, the boys' 200-yard individual medley. Good battle for those 5.
We have a new pool record to announce. David Mayer set a new pool record in the 200 free, 1:47.12. Congratulations.
So David Mayer in the previous race, getting a new pool record, 1:47.12 in the boys' 200-yard freestyle. Congratulations to David Mayer, Xander Edmondson, Carson Bernardi, and Will Peterson, the 3 swimmers in the boys' 50-yard freestyle, event number 7 of the night. So congratulations to David Mayer of DC Everest. So Edmondson, Bernardi, and Peterson. Next up, the boys' 50-yard freestyle varsity. That'll be a very quick race, I can imagine. 3 varsity for Everest, 3 for Marshfield coming up, and getting the win here will be Xander Edmondson for Marshfield. It'll be Edmondson, Bernardi, and Peterson as they started. They will finish. And coming up, probably it is going to be the quickest race of the night. Down and back for the 6 swimmers here coming up.
Next, the 50-yard freestyle.
Event number 8, Trayton Rowland, Dylan Miller, Brennan Neitzel.
Dylan Miller, DC Everest. Lane 3, Brennan
Neitzel for Everest,
Lane 4,
Ethan Daggett, Dane Tollefson, and Ian Brunson.
Dane Tollefson, Marshfield. Lane 6, Ian Brunson, Marshfield.
It's going to be a quick one here. Opportunity for Marshfield to pick up some much-needed points. And they're off. You see from the Everest swimmers and the dives that they have, or the entrance to the pools, they are much sharper than Marshfield so far. Making the turn, Neitzel for Everest, and he's battling with Daggett. It's going to come down to the wire, and Neitzel will get a first place. Marshfield will finish 2 and 3, but a win for Brennan Neitzel. Marshfield will go 1 and 3, or excuse me, 2 and 3. Everest goes 1,
We will now have a 15-minute break.
1, 4, and 3. And that is the call to a break. So we will do the same, hear from all of our fine sponsors here at Zaleski Sports come back with our last handful of races here in Marshfield. It's exclusive Marshfield Tigers boys swimming at Zaleski Sports from the Bozen Company Fieldhouse. Back to Marshfield after these messages.
Experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Your choice to learn with small in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can get your liberal arts degree and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or in-demand employable skills. Start now to experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Find out what risk-free means at mstc.edu.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right. Free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm the director at Little Sprouts. Little Sprouts has been a real great community. It's very family friendly. It feels like a big family to me, and being the new director here, I felt very welcomed into the family. I like the smaller family. Everybody knows everybody, and you all get to know everybody in the center, and we do family activities and much of a family atmosphere.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let's take the next
El
step.
Sol sirve la comida mexicana más auténtica en Wisconsin Central. Taqueria El Sol está en Marshfield, en Avenida South Central y calle 17. Está abierta cada día. Taqueria El Sol prepara salsa y guacamole cada día y tiene un menú con muchas recetas familiares de México. Taqueria El Sol tiene una tienda de comestibles también. Se venden comidas mexicanas secas, refrigeradas y congeladas para ayudarle a servir la comida mexicana la más auténtica en Wisconsin Central. Taqueria El Sol en la Avenida South Central in Marshfield.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
From first contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in Central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com or give them a call at one of their 3 locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neillsville today.
With more winter snow on the way, make your way to Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located conveniently between Marshfield and Chili, just north of Highway 10, is ready to help you make snow removal easier. Visit Chili Implement and see how their complete selection of Kubota and Cub Cadet snow removal machines will simplify your winter. Chili Implement open Monday through Saturday for sales, service, and parts. Chili Implement will also help you finance your next purchase. You can also see more at chiliimplement.com.
Your snow adventure awaits at Power Pack in Marshfield and Irvs and Tomahawk. We're ready for snow. Stocked, locked, and loaded with 2 stores of inventory and the best selection of snowmobiles and off-road machines in the area. Activate your adrenaline on your new Polaris snowmobile, side-by-side, or ATV. Save up to $1,500 on 2020 models. Plus, check out our snow gear from all the leading brands at both locations. Don't wait. Your adventure starts today at Power Pack in Marshfield and Irvs Sales and Service in Tomahawk. Your snow adventure destination.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
I had an employee once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chip's Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chip's Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauernfeind Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Welcome back to the Boats and Company Fieldhouse here in Marshfield for Wisconsin Valley Conference boys swimming here tonight. Battle for first place. It's been a lot of DC Everest Evergreens in first place. Starting in the boys 200-yard medley relay, Brennan Neitzel, Ben Hallenbeck, Trayton Rowland, and Nicholas Melnick for the Evergreens in first place. David Mayer in the boys 200-yard freestyle for the varsity, setting a new pool record, 147.12 for DC Everest. And then Ben Hellenbeck again getting a first place finish in the boys 200-yard individual medley. And then a first place for Brennan Neitzel in the boys 50-yard freestyle varsity race just before our break. Boys 100-yard butterfly coming up next. Trayton Rowland, Brennan Neitzel back in the pools. Sander Marty, Ian Brunson, and Michael Wright for your locally owned Sherrill Tire and Service Center will keep you rolling and growing by coming to you with one of our 14 farm and commercial service trucks. Find your location at SherrillTire.com. Christmas right around the corner. No place better than Fleet Farm. The holiday season gives you the gift. The holiday season, give the gift everyone wants. A Fleet Farm gift card going on now. When you purchase a $100 gift card, get a free $10 gift card. Use it as a gift or keep it for yourself. Gifts are big at Fleet Farm. Find a gift for everyone on your list, from the kids to the cooks and the handyman to the hunter. Get it all at Fleet Farm. Hawkins Ash CPAs is a certified public accounting firm that is big enough to serve you but small enough to care. The firm's Marshfield office provides local tax and accounting service and is backed by 8 other offices and nearly 150 accounting professionals. Client satisfaction has been and remains the core of everything they do. By providing timely, quality service, becoming a true partner and looking out for their clients' best interests, Hawkins Ash CPAs strive to exceed expectations. Contact Hawkins Ash CPAs in Marshfield at 715-387-1131 or online at hawkinsashcpas.com. Draxler Transport has flatbed driving opportunities that pay you a 5 cents premium over van. At Draxler Transport, drivers are always home for their requested time off. Draxler Transport is a family-oriented company that treats you like family. Visit DraxlerTransport.com to apply today. And then finally, our fine friends over at Awards More stop by Awards More today to get Faith Rissa's November Athlete of the Month award, which will be given to her by somebody. We'll get a picture of Faith with her plaque. It'll be up on our Facebook page and SeleskySports.com. Awards More is your one-stop location for awards, plaques, trophies, embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. Awards More is also the proud sponsor, as just mentioned, of the Selesky Sports Athlete of the Month. Vote for the Awards More Selesky Sports Athlete of the Month at SeleskySports.com and visit Awards More on Facebook to begin your next trophy order today. I stopped over at Awards More, as mentioned, right before I came up here to Marshfield, and it was a
DC Everest. Lane 4, Sander Marty, Marshfield. Lane 5, Ian Brunson, Marshfield. Lane 6, Michael Wright, Marshfield.
And the 100-yard butterfly, event number 10 on the night. They're underway. Again, Everest, a good start. Brendan Neitzel, who just won the 50-yard freestyle, out in front of the butterfly. Sander Marty in the middle in lane number 4, trying to catch up with Brendan, who again has dominated so far here tonight in his time in the pool. Down and back again. Brendan Neitzel, Sander Marty. Second place for DC Everest, Trayton Rowland. And that'll be your finishing for both, or for the 100-yard butterfly here tonight. Brendan Neitzel, again, a big win for Everest. They continue to get their wins here for the Evergreens. So Neitzel, Sander Marty finishing 1 and 2. Trayton Rowland finishing 3rd. Ian Brunson finishing in 4th. And Michael Wright will finish in 6th for the boys' 100-yard butterfly varsity race here tonight. The boys' 100-yard freestyle JV race coming up. Carlos Kane, Tyler Hood, Peter Tompkins for the Marshfield Tigers. Event number 11 coming up. As the official talking to the white shirts talking to each other about something that might have happened or just a teaching moment. But the JV race coming up. Again, we have a girls basketball game coming up on December 28th in Wisconsin Rapids, and Assumption and Spencer, Hoops for Hope, as our friends over at Awards and More providing the services of the shirts for that. And they said they have about 50 or just over 50 sold. The goal is to have over 100 sold by Sunday. So we will help out any way we can. Go to Awards and More on Facebook. Give Awards and More a call. Give Awards and More a call. Ask for a t-shirt. They'll be happy to help and get you one for that Hoops for Hope girls basketball game at Assumption. It'll be the Royals and the Spencer Rockets for that matchup on December 28th. And, of course, Zaleski Sports will be there for that ball game, as we will cover as many girls basketball and boys basketball games for the Assumption Royals as we can. Carlos Kane finishing in first for Marshfield at 106.26. Coming up next will be event number 12, the boys 100-yard freestyle. Dylan Miller, Camden Barwick, Ethan Daggett, Graham Lonsdale, and Henry Hibblink. There we go.
Up next is the 100-yard freestyle varsity. Lane 2, Dylan Miller, DC Everest. Lane 3, Camden Barwick, DC Everest. Lane 4, Ethan Daggett, Marshfield. Lane 5, Graham Lonsdale, Marshfield. Lane 6, Henry Hibblink, Marshfield.
And into the pool they go. It's going to be out in front quickly as Ethan Daggett for Marshfield And Camden Barwick closing. This is going to be probably the closest race of the night. We had one early on in the boys' 200-yard medley relay, but neck and neck they go. It's going to be close the whole way. They got to go down and back one more time. And out in front right now, Ethan Daggett making the turn and 0.3 of a second ahead. And now pulling out a little bit more, Camden Barwick. The race for third is going to be close as well. They make the turn on the final leg, and Ethan Daggett trying to close on Camden Barwick. It's going to be close right down to the wire. Daggett and Barwick to the end. It's going to be, looks like Barwick with the win, 0.2 of a second with the win for Camden Barwick. Ethan Daggett just behind. Marshfield goes 2, 3, and 5, maybe? That was a close race, closest one of the night so far. The boys 500-yard freestyle. Down and back handful of times. Aiden Apple, David Mayer, who has the pool record for the boys 200-yard freestyle pool record. Miles Jensen, Matthew Gronsky, and Darian Londale for the Marshfield Tigers. The long one coming up 500 yards. Make sure everybody's got their signage ready and good to go. Make sure everybody knows what to do on their on the turns for their teammates. And here we go, the long race of the night. We'll try and give you some score updates here from around the Zaleski Sports network of pages. Oh, I can look. See what we got here. This is event number 14. See what we got around Zaleski Sports. A couple of JV games, Columbus Catholic and Pacelli JV. 26-16 in that one. Of course, our game going on, or our swim meet going on, not a game, swim meet. Make sure we get that all squared up for you. In first place, the DC Everest Evergreens, David Mayer again. Mayer has put his foot down here tonight, has dominated in his events that he's run. Making the turn is going to be lap number 6 for David Mayer, and he's coming in right now at 1:27.98. Making the turn for Marshfield is Miles Jensen at 1:31.43. It's a long, long way to go. Got Pacelli girls. Yeah, we'll check that one out. See what we got for Pacelli girls over in Tri-County. 11-0 Pacelli out on top early there. Tomahawk and Mosinee wrestling coming up at 7 o'clock. All the other matchups going on all at 7 o'clock tonight. Lakeland at Mosinee hockey, Pacelli at Columbus Catholic. That's JV going on right now over there. Tomahawk and Mosinee wrestling at 7, Tri-County and Pacelli girls basketball. Lap number 9. It'll be number 10 coming up for .245 gone by, and out in front, David Mayer continues. Aiden Apple. So lanes 2 through 6, Aiden Apple, David Mayer, Miles Jensen, Matthew Gronsky, and Darian Londale for the racers here in the 500 meter, or 500 yard, excuse me, not meter. Lap number 12, making the turn for Marshfield, Miles Jensen. So it looks like it's going to go David Mayer winning again, unless something catastrophic happens here. But 3:28.72 with 5 left for David Mayer. He's going to lap his teammate Aiden Apple. Already lapped him a couple times. So David Mayer continuing his dominance tonight will get a very impressive win. Got to make 20 laps per se. Down and back 3 more times for David Mayer, and it has been an impressive outing for Mayer here tonight. Matthew Gronsky and Darian Londale for the other Tigers swimming here tonight. Again, battle for first place, and has been dominated by the Evergreens so far here tonight. The bell rings for David Mayer, and he will come in impressive fashion. It looks like it'll be just over 5 minutes, but a great outing again for David Mayer, unless he can get down and back in 10 seconds. It would be close. See if he can get sub 5 here. 4:55. David Mayer trying to get there, and he will. 4:58.98. Big win for David Mayer, under 5 minutes. Impressive fashion for the Evergreens. David Mayer finishing up for Marshfield. Miles Jensen comes in at 5:23.03. And a couple of laps remaining for Aiden Apple, Matthew Gronsky, and Darian Londale. Again, don't forget to stick around for our Nason Videri post-game show. I'll have an opportunity to talk to Marshfield boys swimming coach after there's still a handful of events left, but as of right now, it looks like the Evergreens will take sole possession of first place in the Wisconsin Valley Conference again, but Marshfield has more swimmers. That could bode well for them as well to get more points, but first place points are always needed, obviously, to get a win. So coming up next, the boys 200-yard freestyle relay, the junior varsity coming up. That'll be event number 15. Then after that, we have the boys 200-yard freestyle relay, boys 100-yard backstroke for varsity and JV, boys 100-yard breaststroke, JV and varsity, boys 400-yard freestyle relay, JV and varsity. That'll be the big one, event 22, boys 400-yard freestyle relay. We had a close one in the boys 200-yard medley relay, with Everest just pulling it out from Ethan Daggett and the Marshfield Tigers. Just over 7 minutes gone by here in the 500-yard relay. And finishing up for Everest, Aiden Apple at 7:18:01. Final lap for Matthew Gronsky from Marshfield. Down and back. Just has to make the back now for Marshfield. Makes the turn. And red sign coming up for Darian Londale as well for Marshfield. See if we can get Gronsky under 8 minutes. 7:55, and Matthew Gronsky will be in at 7:57:60 in the 500-yard freestyle. Darian Londale will finish up for Marshfield with a 5th place finish here tonight. Again, a very impressive outing for David Mayer at 4:58:98, sub 5 minutes in a 500-yard freestyle. And coming in, and Londale will finish at 8:25:67. Marshfield goes 2, 4, and 5 again, 1 and 3 for the Evergreens. Boys 200-yard freestyle relay. Bernardi, Dick, Hood, and Edmondson. Bernardi, Tompkins, Peterson, and Longdale. Longdo, pardon me. Goodness. And relay here. Event 15, event 16 coming up.
He's not racing anymore.
Aiden Berger is not racing anymore. Okay.
Apparently he blacked out after the last race, so he's not going to kick it. He just told me to tell you.
Make sure we relay that message. This is event number 15. The boys 200-yard freestyle relay JV. Good matchup so far, as Michael Dick with a good enterage into the pool. Clinton Tompkins is kind of a belly flop, but nonetheless in the pool and making his way down and back. Coming up for lane 5, Will Peterson. For lane 4 will be Tyler Hood. Should be a good one coming up next. Boys 200-yard freestyle varsity. Pretty much the same teams as it was in the 200-yard medley. Just over a minute gone by here in the JV race. Heard from all of our sponsors during our 15-minute shindig pool time. Get everybody cooled down and warm back up. And finishing up here for lane number 4, Xander Edmondson at 2:06:39. Good race for lane number 4 for Marshfield. Evergreen's looking for another dominant performance coming up. Again, Wisconsin Valley boys swimming here tonight. Battle for first place, 1 and 2 in the conference right now. Teammates alongside Jada Hamblin. Event just over an hour old. We have gotten to the second page of events. If you are watching online, you can head over to Meet Manager. You can look at the races. Who is
500, Marshfield 49, DC Everest 60.
so 49-60 right now.
Is the 200-yard freestyle relay versus
In favor of DC Everest. I appreciate them doing that. Down just 11 points, as many wins as Everest has. So it's going to be a good matchup here. Going to be a big one for Marshfield. As they go through, but again, go to Meet Manager. You can see who's racing, what events going on. I think the Coach Carroll's for Marshfield mentioned if you pay like $5 a year or something. You can see the results as well. And now they have to reset. And they're off. It's going to be a good one. Boys 200-yard freestyle relay. As out in front quickly goes Brennan Neitzel for DC Everest. Closing the gap, Dean Tollefson for Marshfield. Making the turn. Out in front is Neitzel. Nicholas Melnick for Everest into the pool now. A great entrance for Melnick, but coming out quickly is Graham Lonsdale. Ian Brunson and Zach Curtis for the Tigers as well. Closing the gap nicely is Graham Lonsdale. Matthew Gronsky coming up next. And Camden Barwick for the Tigers. Barwick for Everest. See if Gronsky can close the gap as well as they did in the first relay, but out in front and pulling away right now, Camden Barwick. David Mayer, who has dominated his races tonight, up on the blocks, or up on the board for Everest. Looks over to his side and is ready to go. It looks like going to be another win for DC Everest here in the boys 200-yard freestyle relay, and in impressive fashion again for the Evergreens. Again, they were up 60-49. 60-49 coming into the relay here, and David Mayer will touch the wall at 139.47. Hibblink for Marshfield, 148.26. The big break there. Camden Barwick and Matthew Gronsky. Barwick got away in a impressive fashion again for a huge win for DC Everest. Boys 100-yard backstroke. JV coming up, event number 17. And then it's the same way the rest of the time. Backstroke JV varsity, breaststroke JV varsity, and then boys 400-yard freestyle JV and varsity.
Lane 5, Tyler Hood, Marshfield. Lane 6, Aiden Berger, Marshfield.
Two swimmers in there. As Jada has mentioned, no Aiden Berger. Tyler Hood and Tyler Hood and Wesley Buck, the two swimmers. And into the pool they go. 100-yard backstroke. Boys 100 varsity backstroke coming up. Aiden Apple, Ben Hellenbeck, Kyle Barris, Dane Tollefson, Zach Curtis for Marshfield on the varsity side. Making the turn, I believe, what lane is that for? Wesley Buck for Marshfield. Down and back one more time. Again, the Pacelli girls out in front against the Tri-County Penguins, and it was 11-0 when we looked. And the Pacelli boys are at Columbus Catholic tonight. We will have a handful of more games tomorrow. We're supposed to obviously cover the Assumption boys and girls basketball this year. December 3rd, they were in a scrimmage at Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln for boys basketball. Those four teams, all four of those teams, couldn't start or cannot start until next Tuesday, December 15th. 144-15 for Wesley Buck. Tyler Hood making his way down. But Assumption, Port Edwards, Pittsville, and Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln, the four schools in that scrimmage, that cannot start until December 15th. Assumption will be at Edgar. I don't know where the other schools are going to be, but coming in just over 2:10 for Wesley Buck. Aiden Apple, Benjamin Hallenbeck, Kyle Barris, Dane Tollefson, Zach Curtis. It's going to be a big one for Marshfield to get some top finishes here. Again, it's going to be important for Marshfield to get some, at least a second and third, first and second. It'd be big for the Tigers, who are down 11 into their previous varsity matchup. You can see just on the releases how close the knees are to the bodies of, especially of a swimmer like Benjamin Hallenbeck and Aiden Apple, and how fast they get off of the blocks. And Hallenbeck, like a fish through the water, just the way his body moves, and in impressive fashion out in front here, makes the turn at 26.86 for Marshfield. Kyle Barris at 29.59, and didn't get a push on the other one by Dane Tollefson, but Marshfield will get a second and third here in the 100-yard breaststroke varsity. Aiden Apple will finish in fourth. Ben Hallenbeck in first. Kyle Barris in second. Dane Tollefson in third. And now it's a battle for fifth. Or excuse me, battle for fourth. Kyle Barris in at 1 minute 72 tenths of a second, hundredths of a second. Ben Hallenbeck at 56.06. And again, no time put on for Dane Tollefson. But finishing in fourth will be Aiden Apple. Zach Curtis finishing in fifth. So again, a nice 2-3 finish for Marshfield. A first place victory for Ben Hallenbeck. Now the 100-yard breaststroke, Clinton Tompkins, Thomas Onen, and Peter Tompkins. Event number 19 here tonight. And then the varsity breaststroke, and then the two final meets or swims. Again, down and back twice. Clinton Tompkins, Thomas Onen, and Peter Tompkins. The swimmers here in this round, or in this event. Just under a minute gone by. Down and back again for Clinton Tompkins, who's currently in first place. Thomas Onen, then Peter Tompkins. For the varsity, Nicholas Melnick, Sander Marty, Michael Dick, and Mason Welter in the breaststroke. Again, that's another big opportunity for Marshfield. Sander Marty, a pretty impressive swimmer from what I've seen here tonight. So it'll be good for him to battle with Nicholas Melnick, who has done very well here tonight, as have all the evergreens. 1:24.14 for Clinton Tompkins. Thomas Onen at no time. And Peter Tompkins at 1:41.14. Yeah, it was just below 141, so I'll give them 138. Might as well. All right. Melnick, Marty, Dick, Welter. So it's going to be a good battle for Marty and Melnick.
Lane 6, Mason Welter, Marshfield.
Sander made up some, Sander made up some good time in the 200-yard medley when Marshfield came up just short. The breaststroke coming. He got a late start, did Marty. And it's going to be a battle, stroke for stroke. Marty looks like he's out on top right now. It's going to be down and back again. Sander Marty in first, right at the turn. This is going to be another close battle. Looks like Melnick, maybe it's going to be probably come down to the reach on the down and back. Melnick out in front right now. 1:37 or 34:37, 34:56. Melnick out in front. This is where Sander made up his time on the initial go down. See if Sander Marty can get a huge win for Marshfield. Looks like Melnick's out in front. It's going to come down to the reach. This is the closest race of the night. Sander and Marty underneath the water, a little bit longer. Marty and Melnick. Melnick out in front, increasing that lead against Sander and Marty. And it's going to come down to the reach, and Melnick will get the win of 113.91, 114.17. A big win for Nicholas Melnick. $113.91, 114.17. Two events remaining. That was one heck of a race. Nicholas Melnick just edging out Sander Marty. Boys 400-yard freestyle relay for the JV. Hood and Peterson to start it off here for Marshfield, as Tyler Hood couldn't get his goggles or head cap on when he fell into the pool. Michael Dick up next. Clinton Tompkins for Marshfield. So down and back twice for each swimmer. Varsity coming up. Then we'll have your Nacerville Dairy post-game show for you right here at Zaleski Sports. Just over an hour old is this swim meet. After this one, make sure to tune in to all the other Zaleski Sports games. For the matchups, go to ZaleskiSports.com underneath the live sports app, or excuse me, not app, tab. And then we will, they will be sitting right there for you. Make an app, yeah. We'll put you on that then. We'll talk to Jason about making an app. Yeah. I couldn't imagine that it would be very hard. Yeah. Closing the gap right now is Tyler Hood on Will Peterson after his early debacle jumping into the pool, and 139.99. Huh? Yeah. Just over 2 minutes. Again, stay tuned to Zaleski Sports on Facebook, ZaleskiSports.com. We'll have a recap. We'll have highlights of this meet here tonight. A couple of very close, exciting races. JV going on right now. Boys 400-yard freestyle relay. And then the big one, the boys 400-yard freestyle varsity matchup. It's going to be a good one, as have all the relays, as have a couple of other pretty close races here tonight. We'll have Marshfield boys basketball back with you on Saturday as they take on Hudson. I'll be here for that one. Have all sorts of games coming up. Those will be posted at Zaleski Sports. If you want to just go take a look, Jason's got a list of all the games that we're doing here in Wisconsin, as well as over in Indiana, that he set up earlier this fall season when he went down there for a little while to cover some sports. Has the Delta County down there for some Indiana sports. And then we will have, of course, all of our games here with our 7 partner schools this winter. See if we can go through them again. I always mess up. You ready? Marshfield Senior High, Columbus Catholic, Mosinee, Edgar, Stratford, Assumption, Pacelli, and did I miss one? All right. Marshfield, Columbus, Mosinee, Edgar, Stratford, Pacelli, and Assumption. There you go, 7. So going on right now, as mentioned, Pacelli at Tri-County. That game is into the second half, I would assume already. 6:45, they start at 6. Pacelli at Columbus Catholic boys basketball. That should be a good one over just down the street from here. Lakeland at Mosinee. Hockey starting in 14 minutes now. Tomahawk at Mosinee Wrestling. That will also start in 14 minutes. Tomorrow, Wausau East at Marshfield girls basketball. Wausau East looking for their first conference win in 123 tries. Coming into the season, the Wausau East girls have lost 120 conference games in a row. And so that's a long, long time. Athens at Stratford girls basketball. East Merrill. I think they're the Blue Jacks. I think that's what the East Merrill. It will be at Marshfield over at the fairgrounds. Jada and I will have that one for you. Tri-County at Pacelli boys basketball. Rhinelander at Mosinee girls basketball. Saturday, Lakeland at Marshfield hockey. Colby at Columbus Catholic boys basketball. And Hudson right here at the Bozeman Company Fieldhouse to take on the Marshfield Tigers. I'll make sure to dress for him. Garrett Bernardi Michael Wright finishing up at 5:40-80 as Garrett Bernardi will finish up here before we conclude our final varsity meet of the night. At 5, can he get sub 6? And he did, I believe. I mean, that marker over in lane 5 hasn't worked for a while.
Nice job, guys.
And now the big one, boys 400-yard freestyle.
Is DC Everest 82, Marshfield 72.
Oof, duh.
The last event is the 400-yard freestyle relay varsity.
82-72. For Everest will be Mayer, Barwick, Roland, and Hollenbeck. Lane 4, Barris, Daggett, Marty, and Jensen. Lane 5, Gronsky, Bigotka, Kane, and Lonsdale. Lane 6, Edmondson, Curtis, Onan, and Buck. So if Marshfield can get a win here, obviously they'll get some good points with having 3 teams. And into the pool goes Mayer, who has dominated, and Barris. Mayer slapping the water out in front for DC Everest. Into the pool next, Camden Barwick, who has done very well. Ethan Daggett has put some good races together. Down and back twice. Touching the wall first at 23:89. Impressive, impressive. 27:95 for Kyle Barris. Camden Barwick taking his place up on the board. Ethan Daggett coming up next. A big lead for Everest right now. 49-81 at the first transfer for Marshfield, in at 58-14. So nearly 9 seconds behind. And making the turn, Ethan Daggett. Camden Barwick cruising right along for Everest. 115.81. 115.81. 123.84. Cut it down by maybe a half a second. Making the turn, Camden Barwick. Into the pool next, Trayton Rowland. Ethan Daggett. Sander Marty, who made up some great time in his in the first relay. 152.63. Sanders got a lot of ground to make up here in the 400-yard freestyle relay. See if we can get you some times here. It was 82.72 Everest coming into the final matchup, or in the final race. 2:11.91 for Everest. Sander Marty in at 2:18.92. So down to 7 seconds. Cut off 2 seconds in the last couple of swimmers. The last for Everest will be Ben Hallenbeck. For Marshfield, Miles Jensen. The final leg will be at 2:41.22. See what Sander can allow Miles Jensen to get. 2:50.13. Lost those 2 seconds right back. And it looks like Marshfield will come away with a race win, as Hallenbeck will make the turn at 3:05 exactly. 3:05.09. And Jensen at 3:15. So it was down to 7 seconds, back up to 10, and DC Everest will win the boys 400-yard freestyle relay here tonight, coming in with a time of 3:32.97. Marshfield, Miles Jensen will finish it up for the Tigers. The time of 3:43.27. So was that 10.5 seconds difference with a win for DC Everest. So give you a wait, or we'll take a break after the final two swimmers finish up, Graham Lonsdale and Wesley Buck. But then we'll take a break, see if we can get some final scores for you. And we'll have an opportunity to talk to the Marshfield boys swimming coach live right here at Zaleski Sports in our Nacerville Dairy post-game show. Again, the lane 5 has been struggling with the. Yeah, that was my fault. Copy of Nacerville Dairy ad. Wesley Buck will finish it up at 440 something. Come on, Wes. 449.62. The Marshfield Tigers get 2, 3, and 4. Ben Hallenbeck, David Mayer, Camden Barwick, and Trayton Rowland get the win. We'll hear from our friends at Nacerville Dairy, see if we can get you some final scores and give those to you when we come back to the Bolton Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. See who takes over first place in the Wisconsin Valley Conference.
Well, the Grow Wisconsin Dairy Processing Grant is for really any dairy, or up to $50,000 you can get for like improvements, help with like food safety aspects. It's actually you have to pay part of the service that you're getting. So you have to pay 20% of of it. So we were actually granted 6150, and so that's the 80%. So our project is at a little over $7,000. So that's showing them that we're doing something with their milk. We're not just taking it, turning it into cheese, sending it in the stores, sending it to the customer, like everyone else does. Anything that we do in the plant with food safety is great for everyone. It's not just great for us. It's telling the customer that we make a good product. It's telling the farmer, our patrons, that we're doing good with their milk. And so that should really go to heart. That you're going to get a safe product coming out of here. It's cool to see that all the Hymans they really like to see their name out in the community, but especially for anything with children's groups. They sponsor a bike raffle every year, and they actually go and give it to the kid in the schools. I know that's a huge thing every year. But yeah, it's really cool to see their name out there. Seeing them sponsor, we all got kids, we all were kids, so most likely something came out of here that we've done.
We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on cake.
Welcome back to the Bulls & Company Fieldhouse here in Marshfield. You're in the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy fresh cheese curds made daily. NasonvilleDairy.com. See if we can get you some final scores here from Marshfield and finish this night up here. Getting a lot of very impressive close races, but I believe I don't know a whole lot about swimming. I don't know a lot about the scoring, but right now I believe DC Everest will overtake first place in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. They were up 82-72 going into the final race. And we'll have an opportunity, hopefully, to talk to Coach Carls in just a moment after the scores are finalized and announced. And then we will sign off and get you ready for hockey tomorrow at the Marshfield Fairgrounds as the Tigers take on the East Merrill Co-op team tomorrow night. Puck drop at 7 o'clock at the Marshfield Fairgrounds. So see if they announce our final scores. Again, we have a plaque here. Faith Rissa, the November Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month, and the recipient of the awards and more Zaleski Sports Athletes of the Month. So we will stick around for a couple more minutes here to see if we can get you a final score. They were adding them up pretty quickly when they during the meet. So we will see what we have here in a minute, and then get you the finals. And get you the final scores. Coach Carlos yelling instructions to his boys. And finish things up here in just a moment. We'll keep you on air until 7 o'clock, and if we don't get a score by then, we'll sign off. But again, thanks everyone for tuning in here tonight for the Wisconsin Valley Conference Boys Swim Meet from the Bulls & Company Fieldhouse here in Marshfield. As of right now, as of what I know, again, I don't know much about swimming or the scoring aspect of swimming, but it was 82-72 going into the last race, and Everest won that final relay in impressive fashion over the Marshfield Tigers. So we are going to assume Paul Lecker will have a full recap of the swim meets later on tonight over at Zaleski Sports on Facebook and ZaleskiSports.com. And with that, the final scores, again, will be in that article later on here tonight. We're going to sign off, Jada. For Jada Hamlin, this is Steve Mabe signing off from the Bozeman Company Fieldhouse here in